Google will not need to impose a global block on searches for personal data about EU citizens who applied for the right to be forgotten. The European Union's top court has ruled that the removal of search results should only be applied in the bloc following a dispute between Google and a French privacy regulator. From Brussels, Bruce Harrison explains what this landmark ruling means.
What this means is that for now the policy right to be forgotten still only applies to the European Union. The French privacy regulator that was challenging Google wanted this to be applied to the entire world. And this policy basically over the past 5 years has allowed different EU citizens to approach Google to request that it remove information from its search engine results that they believe is out of date, irrelevant, ultimately, most say, harmful to their reputations. An example could be a past criminal conviction that they don't want people to be able to search for anymore. And the pro-policy camp has said this is key because ultimately some of this news and information that's out there may not be truthful, or maybe it's so far in the past it's preventing these people from carrying on with their lives. And Google has said, in fact, it's been in compliance with the policy, and in fact, it's of the requests it's fielded, nearly half of the 3.3 million links requested taken down. It has followed through and done that. But ultimately it says it also still has to protect the public's information to know, or the public's ability to know. And in that regard, there has been concern among the free speech camp that if a policy like this was spread more widely, for one example, authoritarian governments, they say, could use this as a tool to strong-arm tech companies and ultimately keep information, negative stories out of the press or out of the public's knowledge, which is not good for a democracy. But it is 2019, and despite the fact that this policy exists in the EU, there are ways around it. Number one, because the ruling was in favor of Google, anyone still outside of the EU can access this information and perhaps transfer it on. And then there are VPNs, virtual private networks as well, that essentially work as a backdoor to circumvent the geo-blocking techniques Google's using to prevent people here in the EU from seeing the delisted information. So ways around this going forward still if you do want to find out something about somebody that they're trying to keep hidden.